They don't chase, they don't warn, they wait, they launch, and when they strike, you're already halfway to being dragged, rolled, and blended into soup. In this video, we're diving headfirst into the world of crocodiles. The prehistoric muscle tanks that time forgot. You'll see real encounters caught on camera and learn jaw-snapping facts about how these scaled torpedoes hunt, kill, and digest like it's just another Tuesday. This man was getting ready to jump into the water to swim with his friend. He had prepared everything carefully, a GoPro mounted on his head to record the experience, and even tied a rope around his waist, securing it to a tree so the current wouldn't carry him away. Everything was going smoothly, until he met a river monster, a danger he hadn't even thought to prepare for. The moment he hit the water and looked up, a crocodile was already right there, and it snapped at him without warning. Shocked, he quickly swam back to shore. Luckily, he wasn't seriously injured. It seems like he and his friends didn't research the area well enough before deciding to swim there. In another case, a man, an experienced crocodile trainer, was attacked during a live demonstration. He was given a talk to a group of tourists and had climbed on top of a crocodile to explain things. At that moment, the crocodile turned and bit him hard. Even though these crocodiles were trained very carefully, they still carry wild instincts and powerful attack strength. A saltwater crocodile can crush down with over 3,700 pounds per square inch. That's about 6 times the bite force of a lion, and in some reconstructions, stronger than a T-Rex's bite. But here's what's crazier. Crocodiles don't chew. Their jaw muscles are designed for one brutal purpose: to slam shut and not let go. Once they clamp, escape becomes wishful thinking. Their jaw-opening muscles? Weak. But their closing force? Like a medieval trap powered by Thor's hammer. And if you think that's the worst part, it's not. You survived the bite? Cool. Now comes the spin cycle. The death roll isn't just a fancy wrestling move. It's a biomechanical blender powered by pure nightmare fuel. Once a croc gets a grip, it twists violently, using its own body weight to tear you apart like pulled pork at a backyard barbecue. This move isn't just terrifying, it's scientifically brilliant. It uses angular momentum to dismember prey or weaken it until it can't fight back. Some crocs have even been seen doing multiple rolls, back to back, like a reptilian breakdancer in a horror film. And here's the kicker, it works even on large animals, from wildebeest to humans. If a croc's got you mid-roll, let's just say it's a short film with no sequel. Ever think you're safe because you don't see the croc? Cute. Crocodiles can hold their breath for over 2 hours if they're resting. When they're hunting, they'll still lurk underwater for 30 to 60 minutes, unmoving, heartbeat slowed to 2 beats per minute. This isn't hiding. This is predatory patience taken to monk-level discipline. They lie submerged just a few ripples on the surface, watching, waiting. You swim, you splash, you laugh, and then, boom, it explodes from the water like a scaly torpedo with teeth. So no, that silent stretch of water isn't peaceful. It's loaded like a trap with gills. You might think darkness gives you cover. Wrong. Crocodiles come with built-in night goggles. Their eyes have a tapetum lucidum, a reflective layer that supercharges their night vision by bouncing light back through their retina. That glow you see in their eyes at night, that's stealth mode activated. They can see twice as well in low light as humans, making them ambush masters after sundown. In the murky riverbanks, under moonlight, or through the dim haze of dusk, they're locked in. Your outline, your heat, you splash, it's all part of the target lock. Even in pitch black, you're basically a meat beacon with bad instincts. Think you're safe on land? Think again. Crocodiles can run up to 22 kilometers an hour, 13.7 miles per hour in short bursts. That's faster than most people can sprint, especially if you're barefoot and screaming. Worse, they can climb. Yes, crocodiles have been seen scaling riverbanks, embankments, even trees. Some crocs perk on low branches, basking in the sun like demonic jungle gym mascots. So that high ground you're running toward, it might already be taken by a prehistoric tank with climbing shoes. A crocodile's brain is roughly walnut-sized. But don't let that fool you. It's one of the most efficient hunting processes in the animal kingdom. Every neuron is wired for ambush, kill, digest. They've survived over 200 million years, outlasting dinosaurs, and didn't even need to evolve much, because they're already terrifyingly perfect. Even baby crocs are born knowing how to stalk prey. There's no learning curve. It's plug-and-play savagery. Forget clever, forget emotional. This is a brain that says hide, strike, eat, repeat. And honestly, it works. For an animal that can grow over 1,000 kilograms, crocodiles move with eerie silence. They float just beneath the surface, with only eyes and nostrils peeking above the waterline. Stealth mode, reptile edition. And then, without a ripple, they strike. No warning growl, no dramatic splashes, just a sudden eruption of muscle, teeth, and existential regret. By the time you process what's happening, you're already halfway to becoming protein slurry. They're not just predators, they're ghosts with scales. You'll often see crocodiles lying on the banks, mouths open, looking like they're just chilling. Cute, right? Wrong. That's not a smile, it's thermoregulation. Because they're cold-blooded, they need the sun to crank their internal engine. And when they sit there, jaws wide, they're not yawning. They're dumping excess heat like a reptilian radiator. But here's the terrifying twist. They can go from lazy sunbather to murder torpedo in a split second. 1 minute they're motionless, soaking in rays like a scaly beach bum. The next they're launching into the water at explosive speed. It's not a nap, it's an ambush disguised as a tanning session. From silent river stalkers to explosive ambushes, bone-crushing jaws, and spin-cycle death rolls, these crocodile encounters prove that calm waters are never really calm. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this trip into the jaws of prehistory, smash that like button, subscribe for more brutally fascinating animal facts, and tap the bell so you don't miss what crawls out of the water next. And tell us in the comments, which crocodile fact made you shiver? Or which one convinced you to never swim in murky rivers again?